From concerns over animal welfare to the environmental impact, animal testing is a huge topic. Today we're just going to tackle a small portion of it by trying to answer the question, should animals be used for biomedical research? Although there is a large historical precedent and animals have helped us a lot in the past, ultimately we should not use animals for biomedical research due to their dissimilarity to humans and the emergence of in vitro alternatives like organ-on-a-chip technology. According to the Tulane National Primate Research Center, virtually everyone today has experienced and lived the benefits of animal research. Major health crises like polio, smallpox, and measles are no longer a threat due to animal research findings. But all of this success with animal research in the past doesn't mean that we can just ignore the major threatening problems with this type of research. Humans are just not very similar to animals. Now you may be thinking, don't humans and animals share a large part of their DNA? And that is true, but we also share a large part of our DNA with a banana. So DNA is not a reliable indicator of whether or not animal experimentation is going to reflect in human trials. According to the National Institutes of Health, 95% of all drugs are shown to be safe and effective in animal tests, fail in human trials because they do not work or are dangerous. This not only has harmful impacts on the humans who are in these human trials and being exposed to these harmful drugs, but it also has the potential to mislead researchers on the safety and effectiveness of the drugs they are marketing. It is not just the unsafe drugs that are going on the market and going to human trials that are the problem. It is also all of the drugs that are abandoned preclinically because they fail animal trials. One very prominent example of this is tamoxifen, a breast cancer treatment drug. Unfortunately, in the United States, around 240,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer yearly, and many of them rely on tamoxifen to both treat their cancer and to prevent recurrence of their cancer. But this very helpful and revolutionary drug would never have passed animal testing standards due to its tendency to cause liver tumors in rats. So animal testing would have failed all of these women, and it fails people day by day based on the number of drugs that could have been very successful and they were just abandoned. So I talked about all of the problems with animal testing, but what are some of the alternatives? There are many alternatives, but the one that I'm most interested in is organ-on-a-chip technology, or OOCs. These are little microfluidic devices created by the Weiss Institute at Harvard in 2010, which replicate the environment of the body. Geraldine Hamilton, one of the founders of this OOC program, explained that they created the smallest functional unit that represents the biochemistry, the function, and the mechanical strain that cells experience in our body. She goes on to explain that she and her team hope to recreate sufficient functionality so that researchers can make better predictions of what is going on in humans. One of the big advantages of organ-on-a-chip technology is the potential for personalized precision medicine. Humans are very unique, and not all of us are going to react the same way to a drug. So one of the ways that we could help fix this problem is by taking patient-derived cells and putting them onto organ-on-a-chips so that we can test individually how a person may react to a drug. This would dramatically change the healthcare industry because factors such as gender, age, race could all be factored into to testing drugs. And this is currently a fault with animal research and current clinical trials, is that it doesn't account for every single person. The future of personalized drug testing and the potential replacement of animal research comes from these organ-on-a-chips. Although animal testing benefits many people and it has had a lot of success in the past, ultimately it is not our best option, and there are just too many alternatives that we should explore before we commit just fully to animal testing for our future. It is our responsibility to invest in a safer, animal-free future of biomedical testing and to revolutionize the healthcare industry forever.
All right, thanks. Harriet, how did you select strategies you used to gather information or conduct research, and were they effective?
I'd say my research strategy was not very effective because I would just go on Google Scholar and click on all of the titles that I thought had what I wanted in them, and then I had like 30 articles, and I would read the abstract of all of them, and then I'd delete them if the abstract didn't look good, and then from there I would read the full article and see if it was something I would want to use.
Okay, thank you. If you had more time, what additional research would you conduct related to this issue?
I think I'd maybe want to talk to people who support animal testing or are in like the animal testing field, like just to see why they choose to continue supporting animal testing, even though they're all very intelligent people who can read all this research about like why it might be harmful, and I just want to see like the other side of animal testing and add that into my presentation.
Okay, thank you. All right.